If you've got the full-size TONEX or the TONEX 1, you are about to get a massive update for free from IK Multimedia. You are going to get access to some digital delays, a ping pong delay, a chorus flanger, a brand new reverb, a whole bunch more. I am so excited to share this with you guys, and be sure to stick around because I've got a massive giveaway coming up with IK Multimedia that you do not want to miss. So let's dive in. All right, so right off the bat, we can already see there's a bit of a difference on the home layout within the TONEX app. Now, because of this is going to allow this update to be available for both the TONEX 1 and the flagship TONEX. So you may be asking what is new specifically, and that's where we'll dive in and kind of talk through it all. So first and foremost, we have the compressor here, and we've just slightly changed kind of this signal chain layout. Now I like this a lot because there's now this little pre and post option that allows us to see very clearly and visually where our signal chain is at. Now I almost always have my compressor before my amp, so that makes sense. We have the actual amp block, and then we've got the VIR option available. I don't think this was always available, and if it was and I missed some massive update, I don't know how, but this is super, super cool. It gives us the ability to go in and choose different microphones, and then we can go in and we can choose how much of microphone 1 or microphone 2 is being blended into the mix. And we can also go in and we can position and physically drag that microphone to be closer to the actual speaker, and then we can add or remove resonance from the actual blend of those two microphones. Now, the update that I think everybody is most excited about now is going to be the new effects. And this is what's going to take the TONEX series to being more of a true all-in-one solution. Now, when I first purchased the TONEX, I liked how simple it was, but I knew a lot of people's complaints was that it didn't have at least some basic effects parameters. And in my conversations with the rep over at IK Multimedia, they weren't able to take the remaining processing power from the unit to create stereo amps. However, they were able to give us this update for free, which is really awesome. And of course, I know that's a heated topic amongst the gear industry right now. I'm talking to you, Kemper and Quad Cortex. Now, for the modulation, we've got a lot of different algorithms inside of here. So first and foremost, we have our chorus, which is going to have a basic rate, depth, and level. The sync button right here will allow us to take the rate and either do it based off a time-based division, or if we sync, we have our note-based division. So basically, the difference there is in this case, I can set it to whatever the tapped division or the note division is, and go in. If I want a 16th triplet, I can do that here with my chorus. Now we get very similar options with the pre and the post. So for instance, if I wanted my chorus before my amp, I could do that. And a lot of the times I will run my modulation effects before my amps, and then I will typically do my wet effects like delay and reverb after my amps, especially if you're running your amps in mono and you want stereo effects. This is a really great option. Now you'll notice as we go through, we'll see slightly different parameter controls here. So the shape will actually let us go in and change the shape or the sine wave of the tremolo. The spread is going to be how wide that actual tremolo is. And of course, we still have that same sync option, which is going to let us go in and adjust our rate to be an actual note division. Now for phaser, same kind of thing with our chorus. The flanger is going to have similar parameters like the tremolo, and then a rotary effect here as well. Now, personally, I would probably only ever use the chorus, the tremolo, and then maybe a slight phaser. But of course, there are people out there that want all the options. And in this case, you at least get basic options and really good sounding effects, which I'll show here in a minute out of this update. Now, moving along to our delay, what we are going to see here is we've got a digital delay, and then we have a tape delay. And then we are going to have just a normal delay going through mono, and then we have a ping pong delay, which is going to allow us to hear that hitting left and right. We have very similar parameters that we can control. We still have the sync option. So if I want to go in and be able to set up an 8th note here, I can do so. And then with the reverb, this is going to allow us to go in and set up a new reverb, which is just a different algorithm for the spring reverb. Now, one thing to be mindful of is if you do have a delay and you want to route that before your amp, if it's set to a ping pong or stereo based delay, it's going to route that to be mono since your amp block is mono. And then with our reverb, you don't have the option to put it before your amp, but you can move it and you can put your reverb before your delay or before your effects. All in all, this is a fantastic update, and I've got another really cool update I'm so stoked to tell you guys about. I have been in contact with IK Multimedia about a massive giveaway we've got coming up soon. You guys will not want to miss this. I promise you, I am not kidding around. This is a huge giveaway. I'm very excited about it. I know IK Multimedia is as well, and I think we've got some things that are gonna surprise you with this pedalboard giveaway as well. So be sure, subscribe to the channel. You don't wanna miss this. And now let's hear how some of these effects actually sound. Couple quick sound samples. I've already got everything dialed in. So this first one, it's going to be from Tone Shepherd. It's the Pro Sonic. It is a spectacular sounding capture, especially with my Gretsch. In this case, we've got quite a bit of compression. We've got a pretty big hall reverb. And then in this case, we've got the normal digital delay set to 8th notes. And so let's just go ahead and hear what that sounds like. So this next one's gonna be a little bit different. This is gonna be quite a bit more high gain. We've got the Arctic capture here, which is the PRS Arkin 100. And then we've got some compression. We've got a modulation set for our phaser, and we've got it turned up quite a bit here. We've got our reverb just set to a standard room reverb. So let's hear how that sounds. One final one, we've got our Benson Monarch capture here. We've got compressor sent post our amp and cabinet. We've got our tremolo set to a dotted 8th with a plate reverb right about 30%. So let's go ahead and hear how that sounds. Again, this is such a spectacular update. I am really excited for you all to get this as well. Of course, everything you've seen in this video is just going to be the beta version. There might be some other small changes or maybe bug fixes that happen once you all receive this, but I think we can all conclude that this sounds really amazing. And for a free update for a capture device that really only costs $180 for the TONEX one, $400 for the TONEX physical flagship hardware, this is a spectacular deal, and we're getting much closer to TONEX being a true all-in-one unit. All that said, be sure to subscribe. I think you guys will love this next giveaway, and I will see you all next time. Check out this other video on my TONEX board right here. I'll see you later. Bye.